Hurricane Michael, record-breaking hailstorm mauls U.S. The most powerful hurricane ever to hit northwest Florida has flooded beach towns, submerging homes and snapping trees like twigs. Hurricane Michael, now a Category 3 storm with 125 miles per hour, 200 kilometers per hour, winds, made landfall on Wednesday afternoon in the state's Panhandle region. It is so powerful that it remained a hurricane as it moved overland to bear down on Alabama and Georgia. Michael's rapid intensification caught many by surprise. Unusually warm waters in the Gulf of Mexico turbocharged the storm from a tropical depression on Sunday. It was a Category 2 hurricane by Tuesday, and a borderline Category 5 on Wednesday morning, packing 155 miles per hour winds. Florida Governor Rick Scott warned of unimaginable devastation, saying it would be the worst storm in 100 years. Michael reportedly killed at least 13 people in Central America, 6 in Honduras, 4 in Nicaragua and 3 in El Salvador. The only reported death so far in the U.S. is a man killed when a tree landed on his house in Florida, according to ABC News. More than 370,000 people in that state were ordered to evacuate, but officials reckon many ignored the warning. The coastal city of Apalachicola reported a storm surge of nearly 8 feet, 2.5 meters. "We are catching some hell," Timothy Thomas, who rode out the storm with his wife in their home in Panama City Beach, Florida, told the Associated Press news agency. Michael has already knocked out power to 250,000 homes and businesses, as power lines were smashed by falling trees. "We are in new territory," Miami-based National Hurricane Center meteorologist Dennis Feltgen wrote on Facebook. The historical record, going back to 1851, finds no Category 4 hurricane ever hitting the Florida Panhandle. Reuters news agency reports that Michael is the third most powerful storm ever to make landfall in the mainland U.S., after Hurricane Camille in Mississippi in 1969 and the Labor Day hurricane of 1935 in Florida. Federal Emergency Management Agency Director Brock Long told the president at the White House that he was especially concerned about buildings constructed before 2001, and not able to withstand such high winds. "We just hope those structures can hold up," Mr. Trump responded. "And if not, that they're not in those structures." Hurricanes. A guide to the world's deadliest storms. Hurricanes are violent storms that can bring devastation to coastal areas, threatening lives, homes and businesses. Hurricanes develop from thunderstorms, fueled by warm, moist air as they cross subtropical waters. Warm air rises into the storm. Air swirls in to fill the low pressure in the storm, sucking air in and upwards, reinforcing the low pressure. The storm rotates due to the spin of the Earth, and energy from the warm ocean increases wind speeds as it builds. When winds reach 119 km per hour, 74 miles per hour, it is known as a hurricane, in the Atlantic and Eastern Pacific, or a typhoon in the Western Pacific. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. Well, we're about to get punched in the face. Florida Mayor Bob Buckhorn, ahead of Hurricane Irma, 2017. The central eye of calmer weather is surrounded by a wall of rainstorms. This eye wall has the fastest winds below it and violent currents of air rising through it. A mound of water piles up below the eye, which is unleashed as the storm reaches land. These storm surges can cause more damage from flooding than the winds. Urgent warning about the rapid rise of water on the SWFL coast with the passage of Irma's eye. Move away from the water. Tweet from the National Hurricane Center. The size of hurricanes is mainly measured by the Saffir-Simpson scale. Other scales are used in Asia-Pacific and Australia. Winds 119 to 153 km/h. Some minor flooding, little structural damage. Storm surge plus 1.2 meters to 1.5 meters, Winds 154 to 177 km/h. Roofs and trees could be damaged. Storm surge plus 1.8 meters to 2.4 meters. Winds 178 to 208 km/h. Houses suffer damage. Severe flooding. Storm surge plus 2.7 meters to 3.7 meters. Hurricane Sandy, 2012, caused $71 billion damage in the Caribbean and New York. Winds 209 to 251 km/h. Some roofs destroyed and major structural damage to houses. Storm surge plus 4 meters to 5.5 meters. Hurricane Ike, 2008, hit Caribbean islands and Louisiana and was blamed for at least 195 deaths. Winds 252 km/h plus serious damage to buildings, severe flooding further inland. Storm surge plus 5.5 meters. Hurricane Irma, 2017, caused devastation in Caribbean islands, leaving thousands homeless. For everyone thinking they can ride this storm out, I have news for you, that will be one of the biggest mistakes you can make in your life. Mayor of New Orleans Ray Nagin ahead of Hurricane Gustav, 2008. Click arrow to proceed. Loading. Swipe to progress. Go back to start. States of emergency have been declared in all or parts of Florida, Alabama, Georgia and North Carolina. The hurricane made landfall near Mexico Beach, Florida, at around 1400 hours, 1800 hours GMT, on Wednesday, according to the National Hurricane Center. It warned some regions of Florida could experience storm surges of up to 14 feet, 4 meters, and flash floods from up to 12 inches, 30 centimeters, of rain. Schools and state offices in the area are to remain shut this week. Florida has activated 3,500 National Guard troops. More than 300 miles of coastline were under threat, the National Weather Service said. Michael was forecast to move across southeastern Alabama and southwestern Georgia on Wednesday night. It is still expected to be packing tropical storm force winds when it reaches the Carolinas, which are already reeling from last month's Hurricane Florence. Ask a question. Share this chatbot. Are you in the affected region? What preparations have you made? If it is safe to do so, please get in touch. Email javiersay@bbc.co.uk. Please include a contact number if you are willing to speak to a BBC journalist. You can also contact us in the following ways.